Hello, welcome to Love Lust Betrayal. Subscribe if you like our stories. Let's dive into the story. I received another strange story via email this evening. During an undercover drug operation, police arrested his cheating wife. I think I work at the Virginia Beach base as a Navy contractor. One of the hotels on Atlantic Avenue that faces the sea is where my wife, Kelly, works as a bartender. We thought we had a good beach life, good money, and no drama after 8 years of marriage. At the Neptune Festival everything changed. It gets very busy at the hotel during festivals. The tips were too good to refuse, so Kelly was taking on extra shifts. After his shift, one of the Virginia Beach police officers who frequently patrol the waterfront approached me, despite the fact that there were tourists everywhere, alcohol flowing, and money to be made. During her shifts, he had witnessed Kelly leave the hotel multiple times, entering a black SUV with a few men through the service exit rather than the main entrance, where the security cameras were not visible. The police officer suspected her of engaging in criminal activity, including drug dealing. As a friend, he was attempting to warn me. The cop had known me for years, even though I didn't want to believe it. When I picked Kelly up from late shifts, we would chat. There was no reason whatsoever for him to lie. "I'd rather help prevent a crime than have to report one later," he said, offering to help me set up surveillance entirely off the books. Mike started recording everything. The black SUV would show up 3 or 4 times a week, always between 9 p.m. and midnight during his regular patrols. The driver waited in the service alley, never leaving. For smoke breaks, Kelly would sneak out for only 30 to 45 minutes at a time. A retired Navy officer I knew from the base served as the hotel's chief of security. He pulled out the footage from the service entrance camera when Mike confronted him about potential illegal activity. Kelly was getting into this SUV multiple times, but the catch was that she had changed first, wearing these short skirts she never wore at home while still wearing her work shirt. When she was supposed to be taking a smoke break, I started monitoring our bank accounts and found charges at a condo building by the sea a few blocks from the hotel, with the same time windows and location. Although the charges were always for the parking garage, Mike's reported SUV sightings perfectly aligned with them. The SUV turned out to belong to a Northern Virginia real estate developer. In the same condominium complex where I found out about the parking fees, he had a penthouse. Upon running his plates, Mike found that he had been the subject of multiple complaints from other hotel employees regarding his hostile conduct toward female bartenders along Atlantic Avenue. Mike staged a sting operation that appeared to be a standard security inspection. He placed plainclothes officers at the hotel bar, condo parking garage and service entrance. They were there to prepare a case against the developer for allegedly harassing several hotel employees, not to arrest Kelly. However, they found out that the developer was married and had a large family in Milan, which was even worse. My wife was among the women he had been meeting with during his business trips to Virginia Beach. He would approach servers and bartenders, flash them cash and offer them jobs at his next oceanfront projects. The police noticed a pattern. Around 10:30 p.m. one evening, Mike gave me a call. They had followed them to the condo after witnessing Kelly get into the SUV, but after police surveillance detected what seemed to be drug paraphernalia being transported in, 2 other men went up to the penthouse. Things became serious at that point. What had started out as a personal issue had turned into possible criminal activity. After Mike formally reported it, they were able to secure a warrant on suspicion of drug trafficking. The timing was perfect. The raid was planned for the next time Kelly texted me to offer to work an extra shift. When Virginia Beach police raided the penthouse at 11 p.m., they found 3 other men and developer Kelly in possession of cocaine and ecstasy. Kelly claimed to be having drinks after work while she was in the bedroom, but her purse held a burner phone and more than $2,000 in cash. Everything changed with the raid. After being taken into custody, Kelly was freed the next day. Unfortunately for the developer and his friends, they found enough drugs to warrant charges of trafficking. As it turned out, he had been hiding his drug operation behind these hookups with hotel employees. While some of the women were aware of it, others were not. The burner phone contradicted Kelly's claim that she was just having an affair and was not aware of the drugs. She had been serving as a watchdog, texting them to let them know when hotel security or the police were around. She had passed messages and spotted possible customers from her spot at the bar. In exchange for immunity, the Commonwealth attorney offered her the opportunity to testify against the developer and his suppliers. She accepted it. She told them about the drug operation, the affair, and how they evaded security cameras by using the hotel's service entrance for 6 hours. She even provided them with the names of the other hotel staff members who were implicated. I had to decide for myself in the interim. Because I needed a security clearance for my assignment, the Navy got involved and interrogated me. My boss and I had to talk, and I had to tell him everything. That continued. As soon as I filed for divorce, I sent in all of my police records to support my command's understanding and help me move to Norfolk so I could escape the whole situation. Driving a brand new Mercedes, the developer's wife arrived from Northern Virginia. Having already depleted their accounts and contacted a divorce lawyer, she seemed to be one step ahead of her husband. She expressed her gratitude to me and said she had suspected the affairs but was unaware that drugs were a factor. Given that he was being charged with serious crimes, her divorce settlement would be enormous. Kelly's testimony exposed every aspect of the operation. The developer had similar setups in hotels from Virginia Beach to Ocean City, Maryland, so he wasn't just dealing on the waterfront. Before turning to drug distribution, he would first build his cover by having affairs with hotel employees. 7 additional hotels. An emergency meeting was attended by 12 additional employees of the Virginia Beach Oceanfront Hotels Association, for hotel managers who lost their jobs. Because the developer was attracting large clients and reserving entire floors for his real estate conferences, they were aware of suspicious activity but chose to ignore it. These meetings ended up being planning sessions for drug distribution. Although the prosecutor had access to those texts, Kelly tried to play the victim by claiming that she was being duped and was unaware of what was happening. She had been setting up meetings, haggling over prices, and even maintaining a transaction ledger that was passed off as bar inventory. The divorce was finalized in a flash. Kelly was protected from criminal charges by her immunity agreement. In a civil court, however, all evidence was admissible. She lost her claim to our house, my military benefits, everything, but the judge didn't care. In their divorce, the developer was given 15 years, but his wife demanded millions. His penthouse was foreclosed by the condominium association. He had been using drug money to pay for it, it turned out. 3 additional condos on the beach that were utilized in the same operation were seized by the DEA. According to what I understand, Kelly is currently living with one of the other bartenders who lost their jobs as a result of the investigation and working at a dive bar in Newport News. She said she missed our life in Virginia Beach and tried to get in touch with me through friends. Everyone who shared her messages was blocked by me. After the case ended, Mike, the police officer who initially alerted me, was elevated to detective. Occasionally, he checks the hotel service entrances and continues to patrol the waterfront. He claims that although there are always scammers at the beach, this one was the largest he had ever seen. Now that I'm dating someone who works at the Naval Hospital, a perfectly legitimate job with no mysterious smoke breaks or burner phones, and my Nori contract pays more, I'm doing better. It no longer hurts to drive by our old haunts in Virginia Beach, but it does serve as a reminder of how lucky I was to have a friend in the police force who was willing to be honest with me. Like the video, and subscribe to our channel if you want to see more videos like this.